All right, you guys, let's just go ahead and get right into it. How to stop caring what people think. This is going to be a good video. This is going to be a great video. I was trapped in this all of my life. I know exactly how it feels to not live in your truth because you are so worried about everyone else and what they're going to think about you, what they're going to say about you. Been there, done that. And for the past 3 years of my life, I have removed myself from that trap, and I'm telling you, it is so life changing. You see the world so differently, okay? So it's great over here, and I'm going to help you get to this side so that you can stop living trapped, worrying about how others see you, okay? So let's go ahead and get into it. The first way to stop worrying about how people see you and to stop caring about people's opinions is I want you to first understand why do you care in the first place and write it down. For me, I cared so much about other people's opinion because I desperately wanted friends. I've said this in multiple videos. I used to live in this world where I thought that I needed a lot of friends to be cool, to be considered a good person, to feel validated, because I couldn't validate myself. So I needed other people to validate me. Okay. So in order to make friends and keep friends, I thought that meant I had to make everyone happy. Okay. Number one, that's very toxic. It's very toxic. And now, because I'm where I'm at on my journey, when I see that people have a lot of friends, I automatically assume they're fake. Because there's just no way in hell that you can make everybody happy and make you happy. That doesn't exist. I don't believe that. So someone's being fake in the midst of that friend group, okay? Because that's impossible. That's impossible. All right. So I want you to ask yourself, like really ask yourself, why do you care so much about what people think? And maybe you don't care necessarily about what everyone thinks. Maybe you care so deeply about what your family thinks or your friend group or your coworkers, like whatever it is. Maybe that's what it is. Okay. Maybe it's just select people that you care about their opinions. But you can't live like that. Like it doesn't matter what anyone thinks. And by the end of this video, you're not going to care about what anyone thinks, whether it's your family, your friends, your coworkers. Now I recognize, you know, when money's involved, it's a little different. So if you're trying to get clients, or like so if you run a business, or if you're trying to get a promotion, or if you're trying to network, that's a little different. So we can kind of leave coworkers out of it a little bit, but in your personal life, this is what I'm really talking about in your personal life. Because I understand that when you are in a career, you kind of have to play the game and. So, okay. But I want you to ask yourself, why do you care in the first place about what people think about you? Okay. Number two, I want you to work on building self confidence. The reason why you care so much about what people think about you is because you're insecure. You are insecure. And maybe you're not insecure in your looks. Maybe you're insecure with, how you think you should live your life. Maybe you're insecure with, I don't even know. Like there's a million and 10 things that people are insecure with. For me, I was insecure with my looks physically. I just wasn't comfortable with myself. I wasn't comfortable with the way I looked physically, and I wasn't comfortable with how I felt mentally. Okay, I was a lost soul, to be honest. I was a lost soul. Child, I was a hot ass mess. I really was. And you would be very surprised if you knew who I was 5 years ago and compared it to now, because it's nothing like what I used to be. But you're insecure, and that's why I talk about the power of spending time by yourself, being alone, so that you can find yourself, so that you aren't living in insecurities. Okay, some of the reasons why we're insecure, and there's a million and 10 reasons, but I'm gonna just give you a few that I found. One of the reasons why you're insecure is because you don't keep the promises that you make to yourself. Maybe you said you were going to lose 50 pounds. You didn't do it. Maybe you said you were going to go back to school and get a degree. You didn't do it. Maybe you said you were going to start looking for a better job. You haven't done it. Maybe you said you were going to clean your house. You still didn't get to it. You know what I mean? You keep not fulfilling the promises that you make to yourself. Whatever that is, okay? Whatever it is, you keep letting yourself down. All right? That's one of the reasons why people are insecure, because you promise yourself that you're going to do something and you haven't done it because you procrastinate, you don't feel like it, you're not motivated, maybe you're depressed. There's a million reasons as to why you're not doing it. But the point I'm making is you are not keeping the promises that you make to yourself. Therefore, you don't believe in yourself. You don't believe in yourself, because if you did, you would do what you said you were going to do. All right? So I need you to start working on your self-confidence and building that up, because as you become more and more confident, as you become that confident woman, as you become that confident man, you're going to be able to validate yourself. And you're not going to need people outside of you to validate you and to help you determine if the decisions that you're making in your life are good ones, right? Build self-confidence. Number 3, focus on your values. We all have different values, and there's nothing wrong with that. Some people are very religious and want to live their life to what the Bible says. Some people don't believe in the Bible, so they don't value living a life of the standards of a Bible, right? It doesn't matter. Focus on your values and what you think is best for you and how you think you should live your life. I believe that as long as you're not hurting anyone, causing physical harm to someone, bullying someone, causing mental pain to someone, you can do whatever the fuck you want to do. That's what I believe. Whether it goes against the Bible or not, I don't care. Some people may not see it that way. I don't care. There are plenty of people who talk shit about me because I have an OnlyFans, all right? And I've had an OnlyFans for the past 3 years. And my OnlyFans has allowed me to run my own business. I don't go to work, right? Some people would look at that, hear that, and be like, oh my God, you should be ashamed of yourself. You are disgusting. You are the scum of the earth, okay? And when I first started, I cared about those thoughts and opinions of others. Today I don't. And it is what it is. I recognize that everyone has their opinion. And just because they have an opinion does not mean it's the correct opinion for me and my life and how I choose to pay my bills, okay? So I want you to focus on your values and what you deem as important. What do you think is best for you and your family, okay? Stop worrying about the values of others. Worry about your values, all right? Number 4, I want you to work on understanding that you are in control of your emotions. You are in control, no one else. When you feel sad, you are choosing to feel sad. I understand that that's easier said than done, but I want you to just try your best to open your mind and listen to what I'm saying, okay? Something could have happened today, right? And maybe let's say you went to Starbucks, okay? And the barista had an attitude with you, okay? You can choose to have an attitude back and be mad and angry, or you can choose to not let that affect you, all right? So you are in control of your emotions. Now, how do you gain control of your emotions? Meditate and become grounded. I've talked about this in another video about the importance of meditating. And meditating isn't just sitting in a chair or sitting on the floor in Indian style with your hands like this and going, that's not the only way to meditate. That may work for some people, but that's not how I meditate. How do I meditate? My eyes are open, I'm conscious. I'm just constantly asking myself, how do I feel about certain things that are going on? Like, okay, for instance, it's the end of the day. I could say something like, okay, Jasmine, how do you feel about the work that you did today? How do you feel your productivity was today? Do you feel like you slacked? Do you feel like you were focused? Did you feel any type of anxiety today? Like, I'm literally just asking myself these questions and then answering. So let's say I did feel anxiety today. I might say, yes, I felt some anxiety today. I noticed that my anxiety started to feel this way because I saw this or I heard this, right? It's always something external that's causing the anxiety. We've talked about this before. So start checking in with your emotions. That's how you meditate. That's how you become grounded. So you can start to feel calm, okay? So work on controlling your emotions. Work on understanding that you are in control of your emotions. A lot of times people don't think that they are, but you are very in control of your emotions. Again, I understand it's easier said than done, but if you start working on meditating and checking in with yourself mentally, you'll start to realize that you're choosing to allow things to upset you. Okay? You're choosing to allow people's attitudes make you have attitude. And I used to be the same way, okay? Like I said, you guys, I'm a completely different person today than I was a few years ago. All right? So, I'm not pointing fingers. I'm just telling you, like, you are in control of your emotions and you need to work on that. What number are we on? Number 5. Limit social media. We talked about this in the anxiety video. Limit social media. When you're doing a whole bunch of mindless scrolling, you guys, you get trapped in this world that's not even real. Okay? Social is a blessing and a curse. It's a blessing because you can get a lot of really good information off of social. You can learn so much. Like, look at what you're learning right now, watching this video, right? On social. But if you are not careful, you can also come across a lot of content that will make you second guess your own existence. And I'm not even trying to be funny. It really can do that. It really can, okay? If you don't understand that a lot of times people are putting up a facade on social, you will start to feel like something is wrong with you. You will really start to feel that way. I know because I used to feel that way, especially on Facebook. Because for me, and my age group, Facebook is people that I know, right? People that I went to high school with, people that I went to college with, old co-workers. Like, I know them in the real world. Like, okay, not the internet. Like, I really know them. I've had a conversation with them at least once in my life or through passing or something, right? And a lot of times we'll see someone else's life and think, oh man, their life is so great, my life is trash, because you're in this comparison game. Okay, so limit the amount of time that you spend on social media. Just understand that a lot of times people only want to post the good in their life, and again, that's fine. That's fine. I don't think you should be posting a whole bunch of drama anyways, but just know that that's not the full story. All right, just understand that behind those pictures that they're posting, there's a whole nother side that you don't know anything about. Okay, so don't compare yourself to what you see on social media. Stop it. And then people are using filters too, you guys, in case you didn't know. So just limit the amount of time that you're spending on social media. That's going to help you stop caring what people think too. All right. Number 6, surround yourself with people who are supportive and who truly care about you. All right. So whether that's your family, whether you do have a close bond with, some people, some friends who truly genuinely love and adore you, okay? We've talked about how to weed out the people who are fake versus the people who really love you. If you know for a fact that these people really love you, whether you are down and out or on top of the world, surround yourself with them, okay? They're the people who want the best for you. They're the people who don't want anything from you but to be happy, okay? Make sure you spend more time around those people, not the people who you get these inside feelings, these gut feelings, this intuition telling you that something about them is off. Listen to that. You don't want to spend time with them. Spend time with people who really care and support you, all right, and who truly want the best for you, all right. That doesn't mean that you have to care about their opinions of you, but there's nothing. I want you to also realize you should spend more time with those people, okay. And then, last but not least, this is the biggest one. I want you to understand and accept that you are not for everybody, and that is okay. Everyone's not going to like you. That doesn't mean you're not a good person because Sally Mae down the street doesn't like you. Good, she doesn't have to like you, right? You are a great person regardless of however many people like you. As long as you feel that way, okay? It's about how you feel about yourself at the end of the day. If you can go to sleep every night knowing that you didn't intentionally cause harm to anyone, you didn't intentionally try to hurt anyone, you're a good person, okay? You're a good person. If you know that you try your best to give everyone the respect that they deserve, you're a good person, all right? Don't let anyone take that away from you, all right? And it's okay that a lot of people aren't going to like you. You're not for everybody. I accepted that a few years ago. I don't need everyone to like me anymore, all right? And you don't need that either. You think in your head that you do, but you don't, all right? So this goes back to building that self-confidence. Once you can build that self-esteem, that self-confidence, and recognize that you are the SHIT, truly the SHIT, you'll understand that more. That, okay, let me give you an example. Let me make it easier. I have a very high level of self-confidence. I have come to a point on my journey where nothing that anyone can say to me is going to change how I feel about myself, okay? Some of the things that I feel about myself is I'm beautiful, I'm smart, I'm hardworking, I'm disciplined, I'm I'm a good person, and I'm genuine and I'm authentic, okay? I just gave you like 7 adjectives describing me. Based off of those 7 things, I don't care if Susie down the street says, Jasmine, you're ugly as fuck. Great, Susie. That's wonderful. I still feel like I'm beautiful. Do you get what I'm saying? Because I built up that self-esteem, that confidence, that nothing that Susie or Bob or Ben or Jake or whoever says is going to take that away from me. You understand? Because of that self-confidence. You have to have self-confidence. And that's why I talk about the power of self-confidence in damn near all of my videos, my workout videos, these personal development videos, all the videos. Because your level of self-confidence is what is going to either make you have a great life or make you have a bad life, okay? If you don't develop self-confidence, and not just a little bit, we gonna start with a little bit, but eventually I want your self-confidence to be so high that it's all the way to Pluto times 100, okay? That nothing anyone says to you or about you will change how you feel about yourself. As long as you are not hurting anyone, as long as you're not causing harm to anyone, nothing that anyone says should bother you, okay? Nothing should throw you off your rocker, all right? And a lot of times too, and we'll close this video, a lot of times the reason why so many people, or the reason why people have opinions of other people is because they don't like themselves. See, I didn't know that years ago, but I know that today. Because I love myself, I don't have an opinion about someone else. I don't, I don't, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, let's say I met you. I don't know. Like, you know, is your energy right? Do you make me feel good? Like, those are the only things I care about. You know, are you making me feel good? Am I making you feel good? Is the energy, are we matching energy? If the answer is yes, if I don't get a negative vibe, like something about you is off, like you might be trying to get something out of me, or you know, then I don't care how you live your life. I don't care what you do. I don't care what you say. You get what I'm saying? But people who do care, people who do have opinions about other people and how they're living their life, it's because they're not happy with themselves. We've talked about people are projecting. People project their negative energy, their negative feelings onto others because they're negative. All right. So if you want to quit your job and you're worried about so and so saying this about you, saying that, if that's what they say, that's because that's how they feel about themselves. Okay. So I just want you to understand that people project, and at the end of the day, we only get one life. We get one life. Live it to the fullest, because you're going to look back like I have and regret all of the years that you spent worrying about what people thought about you who don't even pay your damn bills, y'all. They don't even put food on your table. They don't even do shit for you. Stop caring. It's toxic. It's holding you back. It's it's keeping you from living in your purpose and what you want to do. And you know, people who feel that strongly about how you're living your life, you just shouldn't talk to them and deal with them. All right. So I hope these tips helped. Make sure you guys check out the video right here about how to reduce anxiety, because that's a good video. We talked about a lot of deep stuff there. So check that video out, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.